Hello, y'all. Today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2022 at 7:47 a.m. Excuse me. So, maybe if I didn't eat those snacks last night, I probably would have slept better. But I was hungry as well as tired, but my sleep last night wasn't as great as the night before. So, I need to stop buying crunchy food because of that tooth problem that I have. Now, it seems like as if all of my teeth are trying to be sensitive and hurt or, trying to mess up. But I heard homelessness, especially street homelessness, ruins your teeth because you don't really have anywhere to brush your teeth and stuff. And then you can't even get to eat the healthiest. So, but I made sure I brushed my teeth, really good last night. But that piece of tooth almost fell out numerous times, and then the crunchy banana chips got stuck in my tooth and then tried to hurt and try to get deep down in there. But that was all I had to eat last night. It was like chocolate filled pretzels and some Filipino banana chips that were very hard and they were thin. And then they were all like crumbled up kind of. So that's another thing I guess made it kind of worse. But so today being June 23rd, and it's 2022. It's the doggone 10-year anniversary of me being raped by that doggone Freemason, Derwin O's. It's been 10 years. So, I think I was 28 years old. Let me double check. I think I was 28 going on 29 when that happened. And then a month later, I almost got raped by a guy named Charles. And then it was December 17th that, Charles, he kept stalking and following me. And I wonder, how the hell does he always know where I'm at or popping up wherever I am at? But Derwin, it seemed like after the rape, he was stalking and following me everywhere for a while. And I'm like, he didn't even go to jail or get arrested or nothing because they protected him because he's a Freemason. But the police officer, John Green, I think his name was a white male police officer in Los Angeles. And he was a narcissistic police officer who was former military. And, the first thing they do, why did you let him in your house? Why did you let him in your house? Because he frightened and intimidated me and he had a doggone gun. I didn't want to let him in my house. And then he tricked me. And a whole bunch of narcissistic perps. I didn't realize they were all narcissistic abusers. And I didn't realize they were all perps that did the whole bunch of victim blaming. And then I almost got arrested. And they traumatized me. As I talked about that on one of my very first, probably one of the first 100 videos on my main PsychWorld channel when I first started, like back in April. And I was doing a whole bunch of doggone YouTube videos just talking about my life experiences and all the narcissistic abuse. And then I found out, like, I got my final confirmation about the gang stalking. And then I started to be vocal and outspoken and doing a whole lot of research on that in 2019. So I wish I could pinpoint when was my first video of me talking about the gang stalking. And so 18 days, I mean, it was April 18th, they banned me. They made a shady excuse and waited till the weather was bad to ban me from the college that I graduated from. And they had me banned, like a official no trespass ban for a whole year. Now I feel like that's freaking betrayal. This is the school I graduated from. and and you know, I even tried to do whatever I could to try to get a job, trying to work and everything like that, being homeless and stuff. That's another long story. But so it seems like the gang stalking and narcissistic abuse go hand in hand, because I feel like once you sell your soul, then you start to act narcissistic. You know how people say money changes people? They say money changes people. So people act nice and normal, and then once they're selling their soul, people try to say like a celebrity, oh yeah, she let her fame get to her head or something like that. You know, or she let her fame or money get to her head. Or once somebody got a decent job, like especially if you're a black person in a hood, once you get a doggone decent job with nice money and then you move out, then people think you start to act sedity or bougie or whatever, or snotty, stuck up or whatever. Once you get a good job. But then, you know, if you're still living in the projects or the hood or whatever, well, gangsters and thugs, they're pretty arrogant themselves, but you know, but it's like in a different way, you kind of act like got your nose turned up, like you think you're better than everybody. You know, even some gangsters and thugs even have a heart sometimes, but sometimes they're ruthless. So, I'm disappointed because, see, yesterday evening when I came here, the Wi-Fi was working, but it was kind of slower than what it was the day before. And I was in the same room the day before, and they put me in the same room last night. And so I put in the password, the code the day before yesterday, and the Wi-Fi was kind of fast. But then last night it was somewhat slower, but still kind of fast. But then later last night and this morning, the Wi-Fi did not. It kept saying connected, no internet, and it wouldn't even allow me to have the thing refreshed to go back to putting in the new passcode or anything. So so my sleep was spotty last night. I didn't get to sleep too well last night, but I got some sleep here and there, you know. And then after I'm pretty sure I talked about fake ass Trisha in a previous video that I did, and in the midst of me uploading that video, it wasn't even uploaded yet, and that Queen of the South perp tried to copy off of Trisha and entitled the video and then she mentioned my name, talking about at Candy Grandpre and leave me alone, Stinky. Try to copy off of Trisha calling me Stinky. But Trisha did a fake follow-up video talking about leave me alone, Stinky, after I did the short story called Stinky Buns. That's the second time she tried to mock my short stories. The first time was when she tried to call me up and make like she offered a place to stay and try to copy off try to live vicariously through and copy off of the short story about the Christians, you know, helping me. You know, it was just a fictionalized short story, and then she wanted to make it like she wanted it to come true, so she can try to get her opportunity to sacrifice a pure soul like me. She was looking for a pure soul to sacrifice. And people would tell me that they can tell that I'm a child of God or that I'm chosen by God. And then and it's everybody who says that about me, they act like they can spiritually see through me. And then they act like a narcissistic abuser. But then they're the main ones who say, that's because you haven't been praying, or that's because you haven't been reading the Bible. But after they turn against me, but at first they'd be like, oh, I know you're a pure soul. You're such a pure soul. Or you have such a beautiful soul and stuff like that. But, well, how are you going to tell me I'm a beautiful soul, and then 10 minutes later you tell me I'm so negative and full of negativity? Always complaining and full of negativity. And then get hateful and cut off all forms of contact with me after you just told me that, oh, you're such a beautiful soul and stuff like that. And then, you know, I'm not allowed to talk about the abuse or gang stalking that I've been through. They'll use that to call me negative, a negative person. Y'all just fake. So, I have to be in the dark right now because I did not if I would have known that the internet was going to stop working yesterday, I would have done the video in the dark yesterday. Last night, and I would have, and I would, less phone data would have been used up. But I think they had these men last night doing some kind of work, and the light was flickering into my window and off my wall and stuff. And then after I showed the video, I didn't upload it yet, but after I put the guys on video of what they were doing, that's when after that they left. So I think could have been them that did something to the internet. So that Queen of the South perp try to say, mention me in one of her fake ass videos. Even though you block somebody on YouTube, if they mention your name, it's like they want you to see them. They want you to see their harassment. So then, the Queen of the South perp it looked like she must have deleted some of her harassment videos about me. Because she had quite a few of them about me. But then she mentioned my name, used the @ and mentioned my name. And, said, leave me alone, stinky. And then within less than 5 minutes, fake ass Trisha was the first one to do laughing emojis. So I was like, well, how did they know I did a video talking about Trisha or was that a doggone coincidence? When I had already did a video talking about her. The video in general wasn't about her, but I mentioned her in part of the video. But the video topic wasn't all the way about her. But I mentioned her in some parts of the video yesterday evening. And in the midst of me uploading that's when the Queen of the South perp tried to lie and try to say, copy off of Trisha with mocking me, saying, leave me alone, stinky. So it's like, I'm telling y'all, watch out for these people. How you going to talk about God and talk about the Bible and everything, and then you perping and bullying people? The Queen of the South perp, I got I screenshot, in one of the images in her video. I screenshot a small part of her video. Like the beginning of her video, she had her hair dyed red. That's another red flag. That's something. She got her hair red. But then she talks about the Bible, narcissistic abuse, and targeted individuals, and gang stalking, and honeypots and honey traps and all that. But then she's acting like a perp. I don't get it. And then people who claim to be targeted, like the targeted warrior 777, came and harassed me yesterday saying, where's your job? But then, but you got videos up talking about being targeted. And they had this lady, I came across her blog, And I tried to message. I mean, I don't remember if it was her blog or her. It seemed like the moment I try to, she's supposed to be a homeless TI or whatever, and I try to comment on her blog, and it seemed like as if the comments are nowhere to be found, or like the comments are disabled or something. And I don't know if I try to comment on her YouTube videos or anything, but I don't understand how people supposedly a targeted individual and they going through the targeting, and you see they're being heavily targeted, and then you try to reach out, and this will happen a lot in 2019. You try to reach out to them, and try to let them know, I know what you're going through. I'm targeted as well, and you try to tell them your experiences, and then they call you a perp and then block you. This been happening to me since 2019. And it's like, well, if they treat, well, I'm not new to the TI community anymore, but people who don't know anything about you, they will falsely accuse you of being a perp and won't even give you a chance, and then straight up block you when you said nothing perp like to them, and you're being you a fellow TI, and they falsely assume you're being a perp. But then people who are perps, it's like they like and heart and engage with Chief Handler. It's like the so-called TIs in the TI community got more respect for Chief Handler, and I'm more hated in the TI community. More hated and rejected and not even accepted at all in the TI community. So, I guess tomorrow, since I'm in the hotel today, I guess tomorrow might be the day that I'll try to go to the job. I don't think I can do it today, but tomorrow I'll try to go to the job, or try to go to the waterfront mission. I mean, I can't believe that's very messed up. That that guy who the narcissistic, one of the guys on the phone, try to be narcissistic and self-righteous, and then try to tell me that I can no longer call and ask about my paycheck, and that I have to come in person with an ID. But damn, wasting my time and bus fare and everything, going there every day just to be told, nope, you don't have it, you don't have it. And I told y'all about them playing with my mail. But then it was two guys within the past few days that was nice and wanted to go out of their way to help me. And then the narcissistic guy wanted to just be a conspiracy planner and ruin everything. So now, I mean, now I guess they couldn't even call me to notify me and let me know, well, hey, your check is here. Your work paycheck is here. So I got 8 days until I'm supposed to get the next check. I never had that problem because, see, when I worked for Sky Zone, they didn't mail me a check at all. I got both of those checks direct deposit. And I worked there only 6 days. And I guess there was 2 different pay periods, so that's probably why I got paid twice. So that's why I'm still asking for help. Now I have about $3 in and maybe a little bit of coins. I don't know how much coins I have, but I'm pretty sure it's under 50 cents. And then I have $15.88 in the bank. And so now I checked, and the $50 deposit from 2 nights ago is still not in the account. And the other $50 from last night, if it's not there, it won't be there either. For I don't know when I'll get those deposits back. At Hospitality Inn, me getting my $100 deposit back, it took a whole week. But sometimes it'll take 2 or 3 days at this hotel. So, I'm trying to. It seemed like only one person liked my short story yesterday that I tried to do. I mean, if I weren't sleep deprived and me having, even sometimes in these hotels or motels, I end up being hotels or motels, I still end up, being sleep deprived from the directed energy weapons and stuff. Oh, I was trying to say that this past Saturday or Sunday, I think it was Saturday, that they tried to hit me with energy weapons and cause me forced diarrhea sometime over the weekend. And I have not taken any magnesium supplements. So, therefore, my twin sister tried to lie and say that I use the magnesium supplements that's causing me diarrhea and that it ain't the forced diarrhea. Other targeted individuals will tell you about the forced urination and diarrhea. And when Monique was Uniquely Made Warrior, when she was targeted, she told me about how when I told her about the forced urination, she said they used to do that to her too. And that she had to wear some kind of pads or protection, to prevent from wetting her pants. And a few other targets have told me that too. How they hit you with energy weapons and they make you shit when they want you to. They make you piss when they want you to. And as I said, it'd be like random forced diarrhea, an explosive, just and whatever gases or chemicals, and then it's like, how come it seemed like there was a point in time when every time I went to the Days Inn downtown, they would cause the forced diarrhea, or every time I went to my storage unit, it would be just random all of a sudden without warning explosive diarrhea. And one of the first times the forced diarrhea happened, it seemed like as if it was endless diarrhea that got all over the floor in the storage unit. And I had to clean it up and still couldn't get it clean. And that was the worst and most diarrhea of my life. So and I don't even use Natural Calm Vitality. I don't even use that. So my twin sister try to make like, y'all, this is the product Candy uses. No, I don't use that. So I used to take magnesium before and never really had a problem with forced diarrhea. So that's how I know it's due to I had been taking magnesium for years, but then when I was working in Gulf Breeze, I mostly quit taking that supplement, but then I try to take the supplement again. I probably left the supplement at Trisha's house. So that supplement, when I recently took it, it was no diarrhea or no forced diarrhea. And I wasn't even making diarrhea every day. When I was taking this supplement, it was a different kind of magnesium supplement that had nothing to do with the forced diarrhea that the gang stalkers were causing me. If you get what I'm trying to say, So some days I wouldn't even have diarrhea, most days. But there was a point in time when I would not even be taking this supplement, and they would cause me forced diarrhea almost every doggone day. And then they would cause me forced diarrhea randomly. I don't even shit at night most nights, but in the middle of the night, they can control or manipulate you to have forced diarrhea. And that's one of the reasons why I carry around baby wipes, gloves, and baby wipes, and trash bags. And my bladder pads, because they'll cause forced urination also. Some targeted individuals said that they cause forced vomiting. That they can mess with your digestive system and with the directed energy weapons. So y'all know. Stop pretending like you don't know and like as if I'm just talking crazy. So that's how they do. The fake TI perps playing both sides. After you expose them, they act like a perp towards me, but then they'll act like a targeted individual towards other targets that they still have respect for. So I'm I don't even know if I'm a I would hate to make a blank trip over to the waterfront mission and then get all angry and riled up and stuff. But I gotta see what's going on with my doggone paycheck, because this is not fair at all, you know. And I guess they want me to give up and forget about it and just go on about my business. But I emailed that fake ass Jermaine guy, Jermaine Dowdall. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And he freaking ignored my emails. When I emailed him pretty much, I think it was Monday. I emailed him and he ignored me. No response at all. I mean, because somebody from the airport gave me his email. So they try to make it like there's nobody at the service center that I can contact. So I have to physically go over there and try to see what's going on. I had blocked Miles' phone number. So, I mean, I could have talked to him if things didn't explode that bad, you know. But I blocked his freaking phone number, you know. So I have to go up there and try to see what's going on with my check. But I really think that they you know, delayed my check on purpose and sent a physical check on purpose for revenge. I think they did that for revenge. And that's very crooked, because I've been putting my direct deposit information. They were supposed to have sent it to me direct deposit. If Sky Zone, you know, and then I kept on trying to tell the Jermaine guy, I said, well, where's my W-4? Where's my W-4? Oh, it's in the packet. It's in the packet. I looked through the whole packet. It wasn't there. He said, oh, it's in the paperwork. In the those courses that I sent you. So, but I saw that they took out taxes, and I know how much I'm supposed to get. But I'm not telling how much I'm, you know, supposed to get, because I don't want the online perps trying to calculate and dissect and say, well, you should have spent your money on this. Leave me alone. Nobody tell you how to spend your money. Nobody tells you how to spend the money that you use to gang stalk people with. Why do you use y'all get gift cards and free housing, free cars and stuff like the freebies for in exchange for torturing and trafficking people and putting people on a dark web? As I said, go find Queen of the South, look on her page, and you can see she got the video with red hair. She dyed her hair red. So she's a Masonic ghetto perp. And it seemed like almost everybody it seemed like a lot of the females dye their hair red, and a lot of the guys dye their hair blue. I've been noticing that lately, no matter what race people are. It's like a whole bunch of people wanting to dye their hair red or blue all of a sudden. So, and they don't dye their hair, you know, the orangey red, like the ginger color. If somebody's naturally redheaded with freckles, not that kind. They artificially dye their hair blood red. Or sometimes burgundy or purple. That a lot of people are walking around in. Back then, people used to have employment jobs, and you were required to have your hair natural color, no piercings or none of that. But now people can walk around with blue and green satanic hair, and everything like that, and they get to be called professional nowadays. And have long fake nails and everything. Back then in the 90s, you weren't allowed to work with or be called professional and have long fake nails or eye contacts. Well, people don't really wear colored contacts that much no more. That's not so trendy anymore. So I gotta go pee really bad. So I'm still I need help and asking for donations and help, like to my fundraiser or to my Ko-fi, my blog, my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, however you can help me, because far as I know, I'm supposed to be back on the streets tonight and I need to get my paycheck. So thanks for any and all help or whatever help in advance. And maybe after I leave out of here and then go get me something to eat, maybe I can probably get to go and try to see about getting my check. Because that's very important, and it's dire, and it's keeping me on the doggone streets. And I still owe Mr. West from the other motel, I owe him $365 and probably more than that now. I don't know if he's charging interest or anything, but I need to try to get my work paycheck and so I can get to pay him back. Otherwise, I would have to wait until next Friday to pay him back. And as I said, I don't like to owe back pay. And them doing this to my paycheck, I did not expect that. I really didn't expect that. And so now he acts like as if he don't trust me no more. Behind something that's beyond my control. Something that the gang stalkers set up. And so now now it's like if I were to be late or behind and stay there again, he would make me leave straight up and not even give me any grace. The gang stalkers set this up because they want me on the streets so bad. So I gotta go now. I have to pee so bad. So I'll see y'all later, and I gotta take a shower and stuff.